Have you ever wondered how Apple became the world's most valuable company? There was actually a time when the very people who founded Apple were thrown out of their own company. Fast forward to June 2023, and Apple became the world's first publicly traded company to reach a valuation of $3 trillion. Incredible, right? It's a testament to how far they've come and the vision that drove them. But the story of Apple starts way back with Steve Jobs, who was born on February 24, 1955, in San Francisco. Here's something interesting. Steve was born before his parents were even married, and at one point they were seriously considering abortion. But, as life would have it, things didn't turn out that way. Steve's early life was filled with uncertainty, but those challenges shaped his determination and creativity. These early challenges actually played a role in shaping Steve Jobs' life. From a young age, he developed a deep interest in electronics. He was captivated by the possibilities of technology, a passion that would define his career. Let's jump to 1971 when he met Bill Fernandez, who would later become an important part of Apple's early days. Their partnership was the spark that ignited a revolution in computing. At that time, electronics were starting to become really popular in America. Inspired by this, Steve Wozniak created a device called the Blue Box, and Steve Jobs managed to sell about 100 of these devices, making a total of $3,000. This was a huge moment for them, an early taste of success. It was a glimpse of their potential, setting the stage for their future innovations. Then there was this moment when they developed a machine that was quite advanced for its time. They were so excited about it that they took it to HP to sell the design. But guess what? HP turned them down. That rejection could have been a setback, but it only fueled their determination to create something groundbreaking. Still, Steve Jobs, Steve Wozniak, and Ronald Wayne didn't give up. They came together to start Apple, and their first product was that very machine designed by Wozniak, which they named the Apple I. Oh, and here's a little-known fact. Ronald Wayne initially invested $800 in the company for a 10% stake. This initial investment was a leap of faith that helped set the wheels in motion for Apple's future success. And that's how the journey of Apple began, from humble beginnings to becoming the tech giant that changed the world. Their story is a powerful reminder of how vision, perseverance, and a bit of luck can turn dreams into reality. If Ronald Wayne hadn't sold his 10% stake in Apple for just $800 back in the early days, today, he'd be worth an astonishing $100 billion. It's hard to wrap your head around, right? This happened after Apple went through some early struggles, but once they launched the Apple II in 1977, things really started to take off. Steve Jobs took control and guided Apple towards its first big success, proving that they had something truly special. Jump to 1984, and Apple launched the revolutionary Macintosh computer, a product that shook up the entire industry. At the time, IBM was the dominant player, but Macintosh came in with such innovation that it forced everyone to take notice. However, after the release of the Macintosh 128K, things didn't go as planned. Despite its initial popularity, the company hit a few roadblocks, and even Steve Jobs wasn't happy with where things were headed. Sales of the Macintosh began to decline, signaling trouble for the company. In the midst of this, John Sculley stepped in as CEO, and he had big plans to expand Apple quickly by introducing a slew of new products. But things didn't pan out as expected, and within a decade, the company found itself facing financial losses. It was a tough period, and many wondered what would become of Apple. But then, in one of the most iconic moments in business history, Steve Jobs returned to Apple and immediately set about transforming it. He cut down the overwhelming product list, deciding instead to focus on a few key products that would really make a difference. One of those products was the iMac, which hit the market and completely shook things up. It was a fresh, sleek design that caught everyone's attention and put Apple back on the map. But that was just the beginning. In 2007, Jobs unveiled a product that didn't just change Apple, it changed the world. The iPhone was launched, and with that, Apple's legacy was sealed. What followed was a tech revolution, and the rest, as they say, is history. I'm talking about the iPhone, the groundbreaking product that Steve Jobs himself unveiled to the world. The way he introduced its features during the launch event wasn't just an ordinary presentation. It became a historic moment that still inspires countless marketers and entrepreneurs. Even today, people look back at that moment as a defining point in the evolution of technology and product launches. Friends, when Steve Jobs passed away, it sent shockwaves through the tech industry and created a wave of panic among Apple's investors. They feared that without his visionary guidance, Apple might struggle to maintain its momentum or even collapse entirely. However, their fears were soon alleviated when Tim Cook, another brilliant leader with his own strategic vision, stepped into the role of CEO. Under Cook's leadership, Apple didn't just survive. It reached unimaginable heights, becoming the first company in history to achieve a market valuation of $3 trillion, solidifying its place as the most valuable company on the planet. Apple's products aren't just sold as gadgets or devices. They come with stories that captivate customers and make them feel emotionally connected to the brand. Apple has mastered the art of storytelling, which plays a huge role in making customers feel like they're part of something truly special. Along with that, the company presents the features of its products with such precision and detail that customers are left with a clear understanding of what makes the product stand out and why they should invest in it. One of the standout features of Apple's products is their simple yet refined design, which gives them a distinct presence in the market. Even their logo, with its sleek and minimalistic design, embodies the company's philosophy of simplicity and elegance. Despite its simplicity, the Apple logo carries so much weight and recognition that it's instantly identifiable across the globe, contributing to the brand's unmistakable identity and prestige. When people buy Apple products, they're not just purchasing individual gadgets. They're entering a well-designed ecosystem where all products work seamlessly together. This ecosystem is so well developed that it creates an almost unbreakable bond between the brand and its customers, ensuring that once someone buys one Apple product, they're likely to continue buying Apple devices for years to come. It's not just a product, it's an experience and a lifestyle that fosters incredible customer loyalty. Apple doesn't rely solely on online sales or third-party retailers to move their products. They place a strong emphasis on creating physical spaces where customers can come in, interact with, and feel their products firsthand before making a purchase. These retail stores, which have become iconic in themselves, give people a direct experience with the brand. Recently, Apple opened 2 flagship stores in India, continuing their expansion into new markets while maintaining their high-touch retail experience that makes the brand even more accessible and relatable. Only time will tell where Apple's journey will take them next. But one thing is clear, their story is packed with invaluable business lessons that entrepreneurs and companies can learn from. So, what about you? Do you own an Apple product? If so, we'd love to hear your thoughts about it. Drop a comment below, and we'll catch you in the next video for more insightful discussions.